Joining me now is the founder and CEO of Virtue and the author of Ethical Machines, Reid Blackman. I guess this has been a topic for at least a few months now. Yeah. ChatGPT has gone so much further in its abilities. You've had folks like Elon Musk saying, "Hey, we should put a pause on this." And then yesterday, Jeffrey Hinton, who's considered sort of the godfather of AI, abruptly quits Google. One of the things that he's worried about, I want to share with you in the audience and get your thoughts on it. He was saying when you compare human brains to neural networks of computers, that it takes a vast amount of data to train them, and it feels like we have, so many more our neural network is much more complicated. But apparently, that these machines, these large language models, have been trained to do new things, and they have few shot learning. In other words, they're getting faster and faster and faster, and that's sort of central to his concern. Like they're almost getting so fast that there's an inevitable conclusion to where this goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We had 3.5, ChatGPT 3.5 come out, November, December of last year? I think it was November. And then before we knew it, GPT 4.0 came out, which was even more powerful than 3.5. And what's interesting is that not only was it better than 3.5, but the researchers are amazed at how much better it is. So take a totally a high-risk setting, but where a lot of good can be done. You take healthcare. Some of the research that's been done on what GPT-4 can do in healthcare is incredible. But they didn't see that kind of change coming from just 3.5. And they're not done, as you said. They're going to keep going.
Right. And then I saw an article, I think it was this morning in the New York Times, AI is getting better at reading our minds. That's the kind of ominous stuff that gets people stopping in their tracks. Yeah. Ironically, though, I feel like social media and TikTok, they can already read my mind.
Yeah, so that article was about researchers doing this work to put people in an MRI and be able to get a sense of what they're thinking, which is insane, right? It's totally incredible technology. I'm not so worried yet. I think we're probably at least decades away from something like, having a machine that I hold up to your head. I mean, MRIs are pretty clunky. Right. I don't see anyone wheeling an MRI down the sidewalk and scanning people. But you are absolutely right. We have targeted marketing already. We have algorithms that are tracking what you're doing. And with GPT-4, it also gets worse in a way, because one thing that we'll start doing is we'll start interacting with these chatbots. Right. And we're going to start telling these chatbots all of our secrets and what we like and what we prefer. And all that data is going to get hoovered up,
and some people worry about the nefariousness of it. That it's one thing for us to share this information and then to be used to market things to us, but another when it can start to tell us what to think. Yeah. And there's no doubt that may already be happening to a degree. I'm not worried about something like the chatbots having a complete mind of their own, desires, goals, ideologies. I'm more worried that people will use them who have ideologies, goals that are opaque to us. We just think we're talking to, as it were, a neutral chatbot, when in fact we're talking to a chatbot that maybe is selling us sneakers one day and maybe it's selling us a conspiracy theory the next. All right. Well, you're in heavy demand, so I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you very much, Reid.
My pleasure.